Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in internet world. Welcome, welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. We are here live in my home, this wonderful asset we call Bermuda. Want to welcome everyone to the space. Give a thumbs up. Let us know where you're from. Giving a thumbs up is, or after you watch this video, or whenever you're finished, don't forget to give a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. It's something that you can do that's free. Cost you nothing. Yeah. Well, here we are again, another day of Bitcoin buying and Bitcoin dumping and Bitcoin mining. How many Satoshis are you stacking? Have you stacked your Satoshis today? Hmm? Satoshi stacking Tuesdays, right? This is what we're doing. We gotta be on the wave of micro dosing because there's so much. There's a barrage of information out there. I'm not even gonna say misinformation, right? There's a barrage of information. And in order for you not to get stuck in the mud or in the abyss of the swamp, you gotta be able to microdose. This is why I do these videos, because by putting it out there daily, right? Every bit of information about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, blockchain, every time we get on the airwaves and the frequency, it's generating a current in the algorithm. And that current is eventually going to reach more and more people. And more people are going, not that they're going to see my video, but they're going to see things about Bitcoin, or they're going to see things about crypto, just because people are putting more content, right? When people are putting more content about a particular thing, whether you're looking for it or not, it may just come across your screen because the algorithm thinks that that's what you want to watch because it has such a large following already. You know, like half the population is already like this. This is what they're on, or a third of the population is heavily into this genre of information already. So it may come across your screen that you're going to get David Icke or New World Order type of information. For example, just as an example, right? Because it seemed like only yesterday, if you were called a conspiracy or if you entertained any one of the conspiracy theorists, you know people looked at you crazy. And now it's like, you know, we have multiple conspiracy theory channels. I mean, we even have audiobooks in conspiracy. We have conspiracy podcasts, right? Now, conspiracy theories it's like a man, like people are podcasting about it. Well, Bitcoin is on its way. Crypto is on its way, right? And I know, the education of it, the education side is not that sexy. I get it. You know, it doesn't stimulate the mind. It doesn't stimulate everyone's mind. It stimulates my mind because I see the end result of it. And the end result is freedom. It's generational wealth if it's done correctly, right? And you engage in crypto directly or Bitcoin directly, and you're able to go in and out of the traditional system, yeah. Or if you're able, congrats and kudos to those who are in a complete Bitcoin system environment where they are living off their Bitcoin. Their business, they generate revenue in Bitcoin. Their survival is all Bitcoin. They're paying their bills in Bitcoin, right? Congratulations to those people. We're coming very soon. So, saying that to say, these videos that I'm doing, it's just microdosing the information of Bitcoin so that people can see that it's never too late. It's never too late. You can always get get involved because it's about generational. You're never too late to Bitcoin. It's because it's a generational wealth thing. Bitcoin is going to be it for a while, people, right? A while. The last coin is not going to come out for another 100 years, right? So once you've done your $10,000 and you realize that Bitcoin is alpha, is Godzilla, right? Nothing else is beating it. Then you start to realize, okay, all right, cool. I gotta start looking at uh, how could I get myself on a Bitcoin standard, even if it's just one step at a time, right? One step at a time. Yeah, read up because once you ascertain the knowledge, when the time comes, right? When the time comes, when our number hits, when when the people who are taking the small steps and exchanging their dollars and getting 1,000 satoshis at a time, and each one of those 1,000 is now valued at 1 million, right? The satoshi, the fractions of Bitcoin become the new Bitcoin, right? Pretty soon, the satoshi is going to be out of the average person's reach. Yeah, yes, people are still gonna miss waves. They're gonna miss a couple of waves, but there is a wave coming. It's a huge one. It's a huge wave. And like I said, it's going to free a lot of people. The Satillionaire community is going to do more. It's going to do more than the original Bitcoin community because it's going to be more of us. It's going to be more millionaires and thousandaires in Satoshis there than there were in the first Bitcoin bull run. Mark my words, I said it. Mark it right here, 2025. Watch this space. Watch what happens in the next 4 years, right? The next 4 years are going to be, they're going to go by like that. Definitely. They're going to go by like that. So it's important when you're in this space, especially the Bitcoin crypto space, things happen so quick and so fast. You could get so excited that you're missing out on all of the natural beauty that's around you, which is why at times take myself out of that space. Like, I have to microdose. I'm microdosing myself, right? I'm microdosing the information as well. So yes, I am taking the page out of the book and applying it. And then I share. So I take in my information of what's going on, what's happening, how Bitcoin is relevant. It's not going anywhere. It's the new form. It is the new form of savings. It is the digital gold. Peter Schiff has already acknowledged it. Peter Schiff has bowed down to Bitcoin being digital gold. He has tweeted it out. All right. It's right. We won. Bitcoin won. Right. Bitcoin won. I can't necessarily say we won. Bitcoin won because I was still on my journey listening to Peter. I was still a little skeptical about Bitcoin myself. But the penny dropped for me faster than it did with Peter. It did not take the United States. For me, it didn't take the United States to put it as a Bitcoin, to put it as a reserve asset. It didn't take that for me to be all in with Bitcoin. But it took that for Peter Schiff to bow down. You see the difference? So whenever the penny drops for you, is when it drops. And Peter is already, is already a multimillionaire, if not a billionaire on paper, right? He earned his earned bank once upon a time, right? His whole business is gold. So he's already a rich. He's already part of the 1%. He's part of the 1%. You know what I mean? And using that education to for what he knows to help others. That's why he lives in Puerto Rico, right? Because it's like the U.S. It's tax advantages of him being from there, and he took advantage of podcasting or the streaming, right, to get clients, right, to get clients to come to Euro Pacific Capital. Well, the same thing is happening with Bitcoin, right? People who are becoming free Bitcoin are giving their testimonies. They're doing things in real life, real time, and people engage, interact with Bitcoin, and becoming free. And with this cycle, it's our time. 2024 marks the first year. Marks year will mark year one. 2024 to 2025 will mark year one for us who got involved with BitHarvest. BitHarvest came out in 2024, baby. The BitHarvest, and I'm calling this the BitHarvest cycle. So the first BitHarvest cycle, you're gonna see the first round of multi-millionaires with BitHarvest. The people of BitHarvest are going to be the new venture capitalists. That's right. The high rollers of BitHarvest are going to be the new venture capitalists. And I'll be microdosing that down, unwrapping that in later videos. But I just want to say thanks for sharing your time. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. You have a blessed one. Peace.